Act. It looks like we've got good levels. We are here. The lighting is okay. It's early in the morning. It is Saturday. It is currently 6:56, just before 7 o'clock on a Saturday morning. It is mild, 10 degrees today, light rain. Going to come on for a few minutes, spend some time with you this morning. And also, I'm going to try to walk Tia again this morning. I've already taken her out once, and she had a wonderful time. Why don't we start the morning off right with a little bit of music? All right? Enjoy yourself. I'll be right back.
Love, I'm gonna ask for forgiveness. No more standing around. I'm all by myself. I need a little help. There's no one else around. There's no one else around. No more feeling sorry. No more feeling blue. Well, I woke today. I'm arrow straight. I'm coming looking for you. I'm coming looking for you. Love, love, love's gonna wash over me. All of the love, love, love. Love, love, love's gonna pour out of me. All love, 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 yeah. Nothing but sunshine, not a cloud in the sky. No need to worry, no more lies. Only love, love, love's gonna wash over me. All love, 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 love. Love, love, love's gonna pour out of me. All love, 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 love. No more feeling sorry, no more feeling blue. Well, I woke today, I'm arrow straight. I'm coming looking for you. I'm coming looking for you. Love, love, love's gonna wash over me. All love and love, love, love. Love, love, love's gonna pour out of me. All love and love, love, love. Oh yeah. Nothing but sunshine, not a cloud in the sky. No need to worry, no more lies. Only love, love, love's gonna wash over me. All love, 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 love's gonna pour out of me. All love, 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 love. Love, love, love's gonna wash over me. All love, 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 love. All love, 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 love. All love, love, love.
I think part of the reason I like that video is it's a Masonic temple in the background. It's very cool. Looks, it could be Hamilton, could be Toronto, I don't know. But it'd be one I'd love to visit. All right, let's use the X Pro, they call it now. Formerly TweetDeck. When asked if my cup is half full or half empty, my only response is, I am thankful I have a cup. And isn't that true? It's wonderful that we have a cup. All of us. And that we're doing as well as that we can possibly think we can do this early in the morning. You know, I was going down the rails there, folks. It happens. This one is funny too. Social decay. Reality TV. I don't think it's the decay myself. I think that's a little harsh. But if you're a person that's deeply into the arts, I get it. I think there's room for everything. I've always thought that. I think we always have enough room for all content. There's enough individuals on the planet that if they want to watch that, they can watch that. That's their choice, right? You will never speak to anyone more than you speak to yourself in your head. Be kind to yourself. Yes! Mental chatter. I believe that is the death of most. The shit we say to ourselves. Oh my God. You would most likely not treat anybody that way. The things that you say to yourself. I know. When I was younger, the horrible things I used to say to myself. And I would get so down over stupid stuff that really didn't matter in the grand scheme of things. And as you get older, I think you realize that a lot of it doesn't mean anything. All we're doing is facilitating that ego, right? We're building that ego. We try to do these every week. Here you go. I don't know if you can see that fairly well. I'll see if I can make it a little bigger for you for 1 sec here. We'll flip it. Get rid of this one. If you're a DJ, okay, and you're looking for rare tracks, or you have a show and you like playing music, there's some very rare, weird stuff on here. It's on Rhino Records. It's one of those ones I got, I think, under $15, 4 disc. Can't beat it. Sound quality's great. What's wild, it's not that old. You know, it was made in 2020, so it's well done. You can still get some half-decent deals on CDs if you look. And I got that on, I think that was Amazon. Yeah, it was Amazon. And it came from England. Yeah, and the wonderful thing is, even with the shipping, I believe it was under $15. It's great. The problem is 90% of the CDs that are available to buy in Canada are old, and they're Columbia House, and they made millions of them, and they're not unique. And if you're a collector, you want stuff like this. You want the oddities, right? If you're a real music junkie, which I am. I am definitely a music junkie and have been for years. Speaking of music, let's see here. Let's have a quick look. What we have in the file here. I love this. This is such a sweet song. It's really, 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 really one of those songs that grew on me slowly. I don't know if you've ever had music like that, where you purchase an album and you don't really dig it when you first hear it, and you're kind of like, it's okay. But then the more you listen to it, it starts to grow on you. And this song has really grown on me over the years. Enjoy. This is called Coffee Shop. And all I got to do is click it on. There you go.
1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful women in a coffee shop, laughing over espresso shots. Hear the latest gossip spread around. So-and-so's getting married and she's leaving town. So-and-so's getting married, she's leaving town. And 1 cup of coffee ain't quite enough. Waitress comes round with the 2nd cup. Today's drug of choice, a little caffeine at a table in a shop on 9th Street, where beautiful women drink coffee. Close your eyes for just 1 minute. Take your time, but don't take too long. Bless the beauty in the small things, and bless the small things when it's gone. Beautiful women in a coffee shop.
Either they're not married or the rings are off, and they talk about school, they talk about work, they talk about love and how much it hurts. They talk about love and how much it can hurt, and how it can come in mysterious ways. When you least expect it, love comes in waves. Sometimes as easy as sugar and cream at a table in a shop on 9th Street where beautiful women drink coffee. Close your eyes for just 1 minute. Take your time, but don't take too long. Bless the beauty in the small things. Bless the small things when it's gone. Beautiful women in the coffee shop. They talk of travel and wanderlust. They talk about London, I overhear Spain. Dream about Paris in the pouring rain. They dream about Paris in the rain. And I've been to England, I've been to France. I've kissed the Mona Lisa, held the Queen for a dance. Sailed the Atlantic in the summertime heat. Now I'm in a shop on 9th Street where beautiful women drink coffee. Close your eyes for just 1 minute. Take your time, but don't take too long. Bless the beauty in the small things, and bless the small things when it's gone. Beautiful women in a coffee shop, laughing over espresso shots. Hear the latest gossip spread around. So-and-so's getting married and she's leaving town. Did you hear? She's leaving town. Beautiful women in a coffee shop. Beautiful women drink coffee.
Yes, beautiful women drink coffee. I would agree. I think all people drink coffee. Well, a lot. Definitely need it in the morning. Oh, do I need it in the morning when I first wake up? How about you? If you do, tell me in the comments. That would be great. Let's have a look here. We got Tony D here. Good morning with Tony D with us this morning. Let's see what we can do here with the Tony. We will go, and the great thing if you're on Restream, you can invite individuals. I'm going to do that right now. I'm doing a little bit of cut and paste as we speak. I don't know if you can hear the clicking. I like that. It says, can't post messages to some channels. Learn more. Okay. Well, Tony, or anybody else who may be interested in coming up, I sent you the link right there. Right in the chat. He taught me that. So if you're interested in coming up, cool. If you're not, I totally get it. You're probably half awake and scrambling. Hopefully things are going well in your world and you're treating yourself well and being kind. We were just talking about mental chatter of the brain. That was very quick. We're going to give him a second here. Put your hand up when you're ready, sir. Okay, he's running around. He's getting his Windex. He's getting his coffee. No Windex this morning, sir. He's looking. You're going to see the look he's looking at me right now in the green room. He's looking at me like, what are you doing? He's got a red shirt on. How can you go wrong with a red shirt? How are you? I can't hear you. Are you saying hello?
No, not yet. What's up?
Oh, there. Okay. Okay. Are you using a microphone today?
No, I'm not. I'm back home, so I can actually speak up a little bit.
Yay. Yay. Have you had breakfast this morning? It's kind of early for you, isn't
It
it?
is. I just kind of woke up.
Yeah.
Jason was getting up, so I was trying to get him situated before I popped up over here.
Yeah, you just. So, are you excited at all about some of the games this weekend? Oh
We'll
my
talk about
lord!
it Thursday night. There's some tough games this weekend, honestly. Very tough games.
I maybe you need a reminder. Oh, so the one that's in Germany, warm up. I know what it's like. The brain doesn't warm up in the morning,
No, it doesn't.
and you get into the ninth week, and it all looks the same.
Yes.
It really does. It starts to look very much the same everywhere. So the one I'm thinking about is the one in Germany,
Hmm.
Miami Dolphins against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and Tyreek Hill is already saying he's going to burn up the field. He's still pissed.
I
He's
would be
still
too if I was him.
well. You know why they got rid of him,
Had to be cat space. But you said it was because he was trying to take control of the team.
right?
I
And it
mean,
was
you're the
and
best player on the team.
their
And
coach kept saying, "We are a team,"
I know, but
and certain
still,
individuals tried to be the team,
old
run the
school
team.
football teaches you if you're the best player and you're also one of the main players, you
Yeah,
got to take charge, which is probably what he tried to do. I don't know what went wrong, but they pretty much showed him that they don't need him.
the coaching styles though between the Dolphins and Kansas City Chiefs. Now you got to remember, Andy Reid. There is very little wiggle room. He runs a tight ship.
Hmm.
Unless you're Travis Kelsey and you've earned it, he'll let you
Tyreek
get
Hill,
away. He'll let you get away with a bet.
but Tyreek Hill earned it too.
Not the same way.
Okay.
He was disruptive within players within but
Here's an aspect that you talked about. There you go.
yeah, yeah. He's showboaty. He's like you and I, larger than life. You can't have that on a 30 team roster.
But he
You
got,
know.
I mean, one of the most lethal wide receivers in the NFL on the Super Bowl team.
Yeah.
What do you say?
I think he's personally. I think he's the most dangerous player out there recently. Tyree.
Okay.
Um, so what? Who do you think is going to win between the Bengals and the Buffalo Bills? Do,
I don't
do
remember my original pick. Right now,
yeah?
I'm going to say
Yeah.
the Bengals. Right
Do
now,
you
I'm
remember your name right now? Do you have a grasp of your name, where you are, who you are? If you've done that, you're doing well. That's the way I look at it. If you know your name, you are doing better than most in the morning. Have you had coffee yet?
no.
Oh, most people, if you don't give them a coffee, they don't know what day it is. I'm serious. Most people, if you don't, oh my God, I love my girls, but you know, if they don't have coffee, it's like alligator.
I don't drink coffee unless I'm at work or I got a road trip.
Yeah. Well, you save a lot of money if you don't buy coffee. That's for sure.
That's damn sure.
Would you agree with that? Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's. I'm gonna move this over here like this. Oh, I got lucky. It did it. Okay. So here's the one that I'm most interested in. The Dolphins today. Sorry, no, tomorrow. I always do that. I always get. I think I'm like a little kid. I want Saturday to have football. And I've never understood it. I know they do the college games, but
Mhm.
it bothers me. I think I would rather they divvied it up where they had half the games on Saturday and half the games on Sunday. Personally, than all the games at once. Nobody can watch all of them. Then you end up watching the highlights, and nobody has 3 hours to watch each and every game. They just don't.
Each and every game, no.
But I think that's why they're pushing the multiple screen. Have you seen? Let's watch 4 games in a row.
Agreed.
And if you have any form of a life, you only have time to watch the highlights.
For me, I catch the games as I can. I catch the highlights during the games and even after the games
Yeah.
and in between the games on a good day.
So I don't know if you remember at the beginning of the year what I said, but I thought the Detroit Lions would do very well this year.
Mm-hmm.
I said I thought the Steelers would do very well this year. I said that there would be turmoil and it wouldn't be as good a team this year with less targets with the Chiefs, and they were going to have a rough time winning.
Okay.
I also said that the Ravens would do phenomenal, but in a different way, not the 6,000 yards that he was talking about. Do you remember that at the beginning? We're going to have 6,000. But he is showing that he can be a better quarterback than he's ever been before. Disciplined. So, chips in the morning, they're nutritious, are they? They're tasty. So you're not having salads delivered in the morning anymore that were supposed to be delivered the
In
night
the
before?
morning? No. Now, how you remember that? You don't remember nothing else. Keep going.
I remember the funny things in life. I laughed so hard because you were so pissed off. I was like,
Furious.
I was like, it's a salad. Can you invite Fireman Rich for me?
If he's awake,
If he'll be awake.
he might not. It's the weekend.
It's 7:00. It's probably almost 8:00 now. What is it right now? It is 7:18, folks. 7:18.
I don't have the invite code. Only you have the invite.
You have it right here. It's right in the chat.
I can try to.
Yeah. Or just say, hey, Mike's on. Mike would like for you to come on. But this weekend, I think, is one of the best weekends that I've seen for the football, for the matchups.
This is one of the tougher matchup weekends. I will agree to that.
Like, even this game here, okay? And you know I'm a huge Bills fan. This is the first time that I'm actually thinking the Bills can win because Josh Allen was so good last week. But, Joe Burrows is really showing signs of getting it together. They're a slow start team. They are. If you look at the history of them, every year they have a rough time.
The Bengals have a history of being good from what I've seen mid-season and third quarter.
Can you read that from where you are, what I've got this list? I thought this might help you.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. Well, no, but in the morning, this game here between the Panthers and the Colts might be very entertaining.
Might be.
But do I really care about the outcome? Probably not. There's a lot of teams that are in trouble, brother. There are a lot of teams in serious, like Green Bay has done the major belly flop. They have the ability to come back if they do very well. But right now, for you, and this is your list, and try to do it off the top of your head if you can.
Sure.
And then I'll do it. So if you were to name the 5 teams that have impressed you the most this year, which are the 5 teams that have impressed you?
Miami, the Rams, Houston Texans,
Tim Fan 40. Yo.
Cincinnati Bengals,
Yeah. Do you want me to add some in there?
Chicago Bears. Tim Fan, what's good, man? How you doing?
Those are the ones that... Are you talking about the ones that are in trouble, or are you talking about the ones that have impressed you?
Any aspect of impression to where I was surprised at how good they looked, or any good moment that
okay.
I'll say that because, and I'm going to throw it out there like this. San Francisco's doing what I expected before injury.
Okay.
Green Bay started off good, but been down ever since. Chicago Bears, I didn't expect them to do anything, but they are still maintaining. The Dolphins, I expected them to be good. The Houston Texans, I did not, and they're looking good. The Bengals, I wasn't sure, but they're looking like they're back to themselves after a rough start. The Rams, I didn't think they were going to do anything, but they are. And who's the other one I said?
I'm not laughing at you. I don't know what this comment means.
Hang on. I gotta bring them up.
I'm donating plasma for extra money.
I know what that means. I understand.
Do you? What does that mean?
He's donating plasma for money. If you donate plasma, they pay you for it.
Okay, well, explain. The only
He's
plasma
going
I know
to-
is plasma TV.
No,
Oh,
like they put an IV in your arm.
oh, no way. Okay.
Yes. I know guys that are doing that. Matter of fact, I almost did it about 2 years ago. That's for a lot of
Know
us.
that.
Fathers
I
who are
did.
on
I
child
swear
support.
to you, the only plasma I knew was the TV.
No, I know a lot of guys on child support. That's what they got to do, and it's very, very messed up that some of us are in situations like that, trying to be there for home, trying to maintain home, and that's one of the only ways we can make money outside of work and that we got time for. Seriously,
Okay. So it's like donating blood.
yes,
Have you ever donated to like a sperm bank?
no,
Okay. You know, because you never know. Don't give me that puzzled look. You're intelligent. You're
I can't lie to
healthy.
you. I know that you can do it, but
Yeah.
you actually have a child out there that you don't know about that you can't take care of, who's probably wondering who the hell you are.
Well, if it's here's an example. There was the same sex couple,
Mhm.
and let's say they approached you and said, "Tony, we love you. We think you're great. We've seen you on air. We think you're hilarious. We know you're intelligent. We're hoping some of our genes will go in there and, you know, fix the other things like the chips and the Windex, you know, that kind of stuff. The obsessive compulsive. Maybe if we raise it right, it'll be okay. Will you please donate?"
I'm very quick to say no.
Really? Okay. Because there are individuals out there, doctors, a lot of doctors, a lot of professionals,
Everybody will do it for the money, but like I
right,
said, you
that
gotta
have
try to do that.
hundreds of children. Not there was one guy, there's a documentary, and it was cheaper if he was able to do the deposit the natural way. I think that's the nicest way of saying it. But yes, and he used to have every year where they would have this huge community get together, and there were all of his children. And there was that. Now the video I watched, not everybody was willing to come to we'll call it the festival. So there was about 40 of them. And then he went to Australia, and he was blonde and blue-eyed and fairly intelligent. And
Fairly.
there were a whole bunch of people, many people, who were not willing to go on camera, who had paid for his services, and we're talking hundreds, because they liked the product. They saw the children. So once he showed the product he made, like, people were open, and there were all these testimonies, and I'm thinking, you know, that might be a wrinkle for you.
You do know that you're pretty much selling yourself.
Don't you do that every day when you go to work?
Yeah, but they don't have enough of me to recreate me.
Not yet. Not
Yeah,
yet.
but y'all trying.
You know, you know what's scary though? It'll get to a point where they will be able to clone you with very little fluid.
2 words, well, 2 letters, AI.
Yes. Yes. Agreed.
Off the
Can
rip.
you see how we go from different subjects here, folks? Sorry about that.
With no problem. The thing
We have the fluidity to go from one craziness to another. This is years of flowing together. We know.
the thing is, like I said, you actually got a child out there that's probably wondering who you are, what's going on with them, and they don't know who you are, and you can't do nothing about it. Some of these children being born with these folks are not being treated properly either. I have to keep those things in mind.
Yeah.
Building yourself-
But if you were to go to the festival that was yours,
Mhm.
we call it Tony's Delights. It's once a year, and let's say that let's say the fee was $1,000.
Not enough.
No, hear me out. We're gonna do some numbers. We're gonna crunch some numbers. So let's say it's $1,000, and on an average weekend, you can do two. You can do two, and it's less money if you're this guy. If it's El Natural, I was horrified,
It should be.
but fascinated. And then I started doing the math in my head, and I went, "Oh my God, this guy is brilliant. He's making somewhere around 100 to 150,000. Plus, it's $1,000, but it's also you have to pay for him to go there, unless he ships it.
They're going to pay you to pay somebody else to go there, or they're going to pay you and then pay you.
Okay,
to get
let's say we decided what we wanted a surrogate. Okay, you and I, and we needed this person to come. We have to pay for their flight, their food, their expenses, plus the $1,000, unless you're willing to do the deed with them. And in Australia, they kicked him out of the country.
Why he
They s-
repopulate the whole damn continent?
Well, no, they said, look, you're not paying taxes here. We're going to probably end up paying for some of these. You need to leave.
So they used them.
Well, he was glorifying what he was doing.
It got the press they didn't want.
But I have to admit, his children were beautiful. They were beautiful looking
How
children.
are they being treated is my next question.
I think really well from what I saw, but I don't know. I wasn't there. And these are all
That is-
good questions.
Yeah, and how are they being treated? How are they growing up? How are they
Yeah.
maturing mentally? Because trust me, each and every last one of us feels like something's not right about us or where we are, and that's
Yeah.
the dilemma that they're going through. You got to look at that aspect. This is more than just the money. This is why you got to be careful what you do for money.
Yeah.
Both of us are working and being stressed out and being chastised for doing that. Now you're going to donate yourself to somebody somewhere else who
Right.
doesn't even really know who they are, growing up under people they have no idea about in a culture they're not fully understanding for money.
I'm going to show you the links. I'm going to find the show because I don't want you to think I'm making this up. It's real.
You
So
know what's crazy, Mike? I already know you're not making it up because they were doing it before the show.
you knew that before.
Let's think about this. You got the scenario, but think deep enough. Is there any possibility that this was already going on in the first place?
Yes. Yes. Oh, you're talking maybe like government.
Not
Is
even
that what you're
necess-
saying?
Not even necessarily government. No.
Yeah. Well, you know that Hitler wanted to have the master race,
Okay.
which was blue eye, blonde, and yet he wasn't,
Right.
which is really wild. And if you want to go out on the loony train,
Uh-huh.
one of the supposed alien species that lives in the Arctic,
Antarctic.
correct, is they're Nordics. Have you heard of them?
I've heard of Nordics, but I've never heard of them being Antarctic. I thought they were Arctic, but I got you.
I've heard there's camps at both. I don't know. This is all stuff I've heard through the year.
Right.
I hear there's been alien bases here in the mountains for thousands of years, and
Really?
they have been
You really want
cross
to start pissing people off? We could talk about this. I've seen some of these
crossbreeding. Well, no, you said this has been going on for a long time, and it just spawned that thought of that's possible.
The alien bases. I've been seeing a lot more of that lately because I've been looking at stuff online, and I just say I'm looking online. I know
They
people-
want us to know.
they want us to know, but the more reliable sources that people are comfortable with, or
Yeah.
the sources that people are most comfortable and feel are the most reliable, aren't posted. It's the other independent reporters, researchers,
Yeah,
bloggers, if you will.
I think we're being spoon fed, to be honest.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Matter
because
of fact, the most recently, I just saw that. I want to say this year, last year,
yeah,
the flat earthers seem to be coming out more,
yep,
and the
Yeah.
Antarctic being an ice wall and what's beyond it, what we're allowed to see, how far we're allowed to go, And I'm like, what do you mean allowed? Who the hell's going to allow us to do anything? Which takes me back to, and I'll go ahead and sound crazy, microcosms of a population.
Yeah.
Definitely a microcosm of the solar system, galaxy, and universe without question. But if there's something going on beyond that Antarctic wall,
Yeah.
we're in trouble. We don't know shit.
But more and more things are able to get through the spectrum of the net now. Like a lot of top scientists are talking about, they believe that we live in some form of a computer generated matrix.
The Matrix.
That is what the universe is. And I don't know either. The other one that they're trying to prove right now is that there is 7 realms, up to 9 realms going on simultaneously, very similar. And that's why we have all the time these deja vus, because we're living it in a different time frame. We have,
So that
we
will go along the lines of what we were told in the first Thor movie.
yes, we may have to get off the insanity conversation here.
Oh, these are fun.
Good morning, sir. Wave. Hands up, baby.
These are fun.
Hands
I
up.
like these.
There you go. Good morning.
He just woke up. He doesn't have his glasses on. You know he just woke up.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you. You look great. You sound great.
I just got my first cup of coffee here. and
Well,
it's,
that's good. You don't.
I was planning on going, setting up, going live with guest stars, and then
Yeah.
I'm looking. It's like, wait a minute, I got a message here. What's this? And I'm like, oh, it's Michael's up. Okay. And
Yeah.
then I fired up the thing, and it's like, oh, they're talking about aliens. Okay, I guess I better get up there. Good morning, though. How y'all doing?
What's up,
Good
man?
morning. We were earlier talking about one of the games that I'm most excited about is the
Yeah.
Chiefs. And do you know who the other team is, Tony? Now that we've talked about it,
The Dolphins.
right? And they're in Germany, and there is already a lot of trash talk going on with Tyreek
Right.
Hill,
Right.
basically saying he's going to light up the field.
You're right.
So I hope he does. I hope it's the very end. I know that was the alien saying, "Good morning, folks. Thank
No,
you for talking about it."
I just brought up an article. We would talk about that. I got something to say about that. It's just,
The aliens or Tyreek Hill?
yeah.
He said, yeah.
Tyrod, we talked about him before. He's a whiner. He's give him. He's got the skills and all that, but he's one of those divas that I agreed with you, Michael, that are out there, and the Buffalo Bills have one or maybe one, definitely one.
Yeah.
And there's an issues and stuff like that. And the one thing about this game is it's not going to be one-sided to where one team's going to be at a disadvantage because they're both getting over at the same time. That's what hampered the Bills, I think, a little bit when they went over and they lost. You were talking about that. You had the foresight of mentioning about the time difference. I don't necessarily girlfriends and all that stuff like that because
You do listen to me.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Holy mackerel!
Yeah, you got some good insights.
Woo! Because usually I'll be you when you're talking. This is the look you give me. You ready?
Yeah. Okay. But the girlfriends that can go on either side of the pond and stuff like that. But the time difference, and Tony and I both. You've been over to Europe, haven't you, Michael? You've been.
No, they
You've
won't
never
let me
been-
there. No, they
Oh,
won't.
okay. But
No.
traveling around, you do have.
I want to go there.
I mean, even Tony's travels there to the conference and stuff. That when you're traveling, it takes you a while to get acclimated to the new environment. So,
Absolutely.
and that was a factor and stuff like that. So, my thoughts on this game is that Kansas City's going to win. Everybody's hyping up on Miami again.
Yeah.
Miami, when they play big time teams, they're going to lose. And Buffalo was the case when Buffalo beat them in Buffalo.
Yeah.
And they do have skills. Don't get me wrong. I'm not arguing. They have the skills. And if they, any football team in the Chiefs, another team could take advantage. The Chiefs showed that when they coughed it up 4 times this past Sunday. Mahomes was sick. You could say that. No, but he still coughed it up twice. And there were still two interceptions. Those are the play. Thursday night game. Pittsburgh. I mean, they were winning, and I was watching the game, and the announcers, they were just mystified because they said, "Yeah, this is the first football game with no turnovers." And lo and behold, what happened towards the end to seal the deal? Pittsburgh gets a cough up. And so the turnovers, they are crucial in winning the game for these teams such as the Jets, because the Jets have had when they beat the Bills, there was cough upstairs. So you got to factor that in and stuff like that. But I'm picking the Chiefs. And now that I think of it, that you're here, eventually we'll get your picks for this week too, as far as that goes.
I did an hour show yesterday on it, and there's only a few games that I'm really excited about.
Yeah.
I think many of the teams, I know this sounds awful, they're done. They're done. They can't get back.
Where are they sitting? It depends on where they're sitting on the standings, and they can get their butt to gear. But yeah, I agree. Yeah, you got to, because we're in the this is the half.
We're halfway. So Broncos, Raiders, Patriots.
Oh, the Raiders, their coach Tony. You told me that. It's like I look at. Oh, it's him. It's like, oh my God, that was surprising. That was lighting up the freaking football morning talk shows.
We talked about it on Ted's show too. Some of the coaches who are better coordinators than head coaches based on their record, and it's a tragedy because they're Super Bowl winning coordinators, if you will.
Here is an incredibly competitive. The AFC North. Okay, we've got Ravens in first. We've got the Steelers in second. We've got the Browns in third, and the Bengals at lovely fourth.
What's the Bengals record right now?
They are 4-3. The Browns are 4-3. The
So you're the
Steelers are
bottom of the
5-3.
division with a winning record, which means you're correct as far as them being competitive.
It's crazy competitive.
Yes.
So, but if you guys, you two individuals gave me heat on several shows. We have it documented, and I said to you, I think the Jaguars are going to do well this year.
Brian did.
I also,
yep.
you rolled your eyes at me, and then I also said that I thought the Steelers would do well, and you said, Mike, get away from the pipe. Get away from the pipe. Yeah. Then I brought up the Lions. I think they're called the Lions.
I was on board.
And you went, are those guys from Detroit? And I said, they are. Are they the guys that eat ankles and kneecaps? And I went, no, just the coach.
Yeah, I was on board with the Lions. The other two are, at the beginning of the season, I had it's like, what's Michael smoking and stuff like that.
Right, and then you guys kept telling me the Titans were this and the Titans were that. And I was like, yeah, I don't see it. And then some guy named Brian liked the Texans. But you know what? The AFC may be the weakest division. South. The AFC South is probably the weakest because it's got Titans, Colts, Texans, and Jaguars.
Yes.
Oh, Jaguars, they're destined to win that division right there at that point, I'll say. Going with
the Texans just might.
No. If the Jaguars keep on winning, even if they win every other game, I think it could come down to those two. Yeah. If the Texans
but the AFC West, okay, is a joke. It's the Broncos, the Raiders, the Chargers. The Chargers can't hi buddy.
Hey Jason.
Wow,
hi.
is he growing up?
Yeah,
he's growing up.
Wow.
I like that. So is that what you used to look like with hair, buddy?
No.
So the Chiefs right now have 6 wins, right?
Yep.
The next team in the AFC has 3. Same with the Raiders. And I don't know how the Chargers are so bad this year. Like they're such. Go ahead.
The Chargers look like the Dolphins in the 90s, if you will. Very high energy, very high tempo, but the record's not reflecting their performance. And I'm not gonna. I don't rule them out. I don't rule them out at all.
Yeah.
As far as what you were saying, as far as teams that were done, I was saying about the Giants. However, the Giants have been here before and made it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
What's your record? The Giants.
What are they?
Not at 2-6. There's no way they're coming back at 2-6.
Do you remember when they went against the Patriots the first time?
Yeah, but they got to run the table, Tony.
I
But they
think they're
did.
going to win
They've
this
done it
weekend,
before.
though.
Really? Okay, that'd be
They've
interesting to
done it
see. I
before.
hope
If you
so.
go back to the 2007, 2008 season, I think it was
Yeah.
the first one to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
They won like 7 or 8 straight and made it. They had a losing record.
right.
Tony, do you think they're going to beat? They're playing the Raiders, right? I think they're going.
They can.
I think they will because of all the turmoil.
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
yeah. That's a factor. Yes, I agree with Mike.
Scary
Right.
part is the Giants can slow you down. They may not win the game, but they'll slow you the hell down.
Well, that last Thursday where they they missed the field goal, but when they get to the next field goal to win the freaking game, they lose it, and then it gets into overtime, and it's like that's a typical historical dismal Giant play when they lose.
So the historical, I agree.
It just it's being a longtime Giant fan, and among Giant fans will say Giants will play. Yeah, we'll see if they go to their prevent defense in the freaking second. They have this thing. It's like, but I don't know. That's interesting what Tony says. If that'll be if that happens, Tony, that'll be one of the greatest things this season.
They've done it, and that's why I was like,
Yeah.
I don't think they're done yet.
But then we have the caliber of teams.
They had Eli back then.
So Fireman Rich.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Mike,
let's stay on topic here for a sec. So we have AFC East
Okay.
right now: Dolphins, Bills, Jets, Patriots. Okay,
It's tight between my take on that is the Dolphins had, and I think I said this before, where you compare it to the Jets. The Jets have a really rough schedule. You look at the Dolphins schedule. I don't think, and I think again today they're going to be meeting their second really good team. That's okay, and so I think we'll see. You got to respect the 6-2 and they're leading the divisions, and they did beat but the Bills are right there. At the Bills, at this point, I'm saying they're going to either get their act together and march forward and win the division, because I don't think that's their main goal at this point. I think at the halfway point, win the division so they get to the playoffs. And I think that's and any team that's in the play or in the lead of the division, maintain that lead in the division to get to the playoffs, because the second
Tony,
half.
what do you think?
The Dolphins got the division right now.
Yeah.
It's
See,
going to be
I disagree. I think the Bills are going to be on fire now.
I think the Bills will come
The
back.
Bills are showing that they've got their shit together again.
But the Dolphins aren't going to be stopped.
No, Dolphins. No, I agree with you, Tony. The Dolphins, they are dangerous. They
Yeah,
are freaking dangerous.
They weren't effective, though, against the Bills. The Bills actually mopped the floor with them.
Now, mind you, the Bills are still Super Bowl caliber because they're
Yeah.
Super Bowl contenders. The Dolphins are playoff contenders, and they're working on being Super Bowl contenders.
I think today's game will decide for me whether they're playoff or not. If they beat the Chiefs, then they are playoff contenders. If they don't beat the Chiefs, but then again, do you either one of you know what the status of Mahomes is today? Is he a lot better?
He's
or something?
fine. He's fine.
Yeah,
They say
okay,
I
because-
saw that yesterday or the day before. He's okay.
He seems distracted to me.
Mahomes?
Too many commercials he's doing. He's doing.
No, I don't want to be mean, and I think they know, and we've talked about this before. They've got so much on their plate now, and it's a business.
They have a standard.
Yeah.
He cares now more about, I think, leaving a financial legacy as well, but he's not going to put all of his energy halfway. He needs to be well enough. He doesn't want to be limping again like he was through the Super Bowl. That was awful to watch. Okay, let's go to the NFC East. Okay? So what we have is the Giants. Some people believe in them in this room. We have the Commanders. We have the Cowboys, who I either think they're the greatest team since sliced bread, or I think they're idiots. It depends on the week for me. And the Eagles, I have not seen them play to their potential. I think they're on a governor, playing at about 60 to 70% maximum. They can beat you at 50%, which is crazy.
Dangerous. That's danger.
Oh, but they're so packed. Every aspect of their team is amazing, and they seem to be less injured than other teams.
Right.
Yeah. What do you think, Tony?
Eagles, Cowboys, Giants, Commanders. is how the division is going to finish.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think the Eagles will take the division. Cowboys.
Wild card. Cowboys are a wild card right now. They're looking playoff.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not putting them above wild
Okay,
card
that's a good point. That's a very good point. Wild card. I agree with that, Tony. That's
over
a good.
the past decade alone.
Yeah.
They have to beat this thing. I said this about them before. They got to win 2
The
playoff
only
games.
ones, the Cowboys, the only one they have to worry about the wild card would probably be San Francisco.
Dallas.
I want to ask you a question. I just want to see if you guys are really watching what's going on. What is the only team right now that has 7 wins? And don't look at your computer.
The Eagles. Just as you say that, look, the Eagles.
I think it's the Eagles. It's either the
Yes.
Eagles or the Chiefs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I see you both doing this.
No, I was already looking at when you said that. But no,
it's
the
either the
Eagles.
Eagles or the Chiefs.
Michael, I have to fart. I'll be back.
Oh, the Chiefs. I don't know. The Chiefs. I don't know what they heard. They have 6.
It's either the Eagles or the Chiefs.
It's the Eagles.
There's 2
Yeah.
one-loss teams. There's 2 one-loss teams. That's what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
Mr. Rich, you're becoming a Palladian star system light.
No,
being
I'm
right
here.
now.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
No. I mean, you're pixelating.
Oh.
You're-
Let me
you're-
dump some of these tabs.
Okay. Let's see if
I'm
that'll
sorry.
happen. Yeah. You're morphing into your true self.
Well, it's
As we
early
speak.
morning, so it's the internet as far as.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah, it's probably the internet because
If it gets bad, you can always just leave your picture up. If it gets bad, we're
This
not
is
there.
a-
We can hear you perfectly, which
Yeah.
is great. You're not breaking up.
Okay. We'll see if that.
Oh, now he's
tunes
starting to
in
break
there.
up
So
a
if
bit.
I- I'll come out.
Do you remember, Tony, when we used to talk and it used to be like, Freakazoid robots?
Yeah, because I
I
was
see it.
driving to work.
Okay, I see it on my laptop.
Okay. So we both agreed the Eagles, Cowboys, we don't know. We don't know.
Cowboys are wild card. They got to win 2 playoff games to win their fan base
Yeah.
back for the most part. If they want 100% of their fan base back, they got to win 2 playoff games. We've seen
Okay.
them get to the playoffs. We've seen them win 1. They got to
And-
win 2.
NFC West, Seahawks, 49ers, Rams, Cardinals. Guess who is number 1 in that division? Seahawks.
Probably the Rams.
Seahawks.
No,
And-
Seahawks.
And, guess who
Seahawks
said?
good.
And guess who said the Seahawks were well coached, and I thought would have a wild card berth. Yeah, you and I. And other people looked at us like we were lost.
That's because of Geno and Pat Carroll. Biggest of both of them. I mean, Pete Carroll.
Not me. Seattle's they're a good team. I'm really surprised at them. But then again, I'm not
Yeah.
surprised. But again, you look at the 49ers.
3 losses in a
they-
row. 3 losses
Lions
in
are
a
going
row.
through injuries. That's why.
So this could be an advantage for the Seahawks to take advantage of as far as to win that division. As far
Now,
as going into
here's
the
what's
second
crazy.
half.
The 49ers have injuries. The Rams are on the comeback. The Seahawks are maintaining steadiness. And the Cardinals, they just lost one of their quarterbacks to the Vikings.
Yeah.
So the Cardinals,
Right.
like I said, don't sleep on the Cardinals. Do not, because they can't beat you.
At 1-7 though.
1-7
Tony?
is their record. I
And
understand
who did they beat? The Cowboys.
that. Yeah, they did beat Cowboys. I remember that. Yeah.
And I was like, how the hell did that happen? And
Defense. I
they
said,
really got you. You've been now. Here is another very weak division. So I'm 90% sure now that the Lions are going to take this, and I'll tell you why. The
Yeah,
Vikings,
super.
like you said, they Kirk Cousins. Here's the thing: imagine if New York had acquired him, the Jets, and he had played 1 game and got injured. You would think they were cursed forever.
they would probably have booted him out of the league. He probably would have got booted out of the league. And that's a bold statement because he's pretty consistent, pretty steady. He would have went to the
Yeah.
Jets
He's
and
old,
got
though.
hurt. That would have
He's-
killed his stock value.
Yeah, but he's old.
Kirk Cousins,
He's old, brother.
he's old. He's made his money, but he'll still play. He plays fine. He's just not a.
Oh, I think he's one of my favorite quarterbacks. I think he's a good, decent human being. I think he lives a good moral code. He's a little religious for me, but
Oh, is he?
he's
I didn't
super
know that.
religious. Super religious. Yeah.
He's 35,
Yeah,
35 years old.
I knew he was 35. I didn't
I
want
give
to
him 5 more years.
I didn't want to upset, Tony here, who thinks he's 25 in his head.
He's probably playing like he's 25. He's still a damn
He plays
good
pretty steady.
quarterback.
He's pretty steady. He's like a
Yeah.
He's
to me,
he's
new
a
version of-
pocket. He's a pocket quarterback. He's not a
He's
scrambler.
a new version of Alex Smith to me, and that's no disrespect to either one of them.
So here's how weak the division is, Tony. Ready? Lions, Vikings, Packers, Bears. Yikes.
Here's the crazy part:
Yep.
the Packers are probably going to be the bottom of that division.
Oh, that's awful.
I know. Now
That's
the
awful.
Vikings will probably be the bottom because they got rid of every damn body except for Alexander Madison right now. Now, the Lions will probably pull that division out.
Yeah.
The Bears will be right behind them.
I
The Lions
agree. Yeah.
got that
yeah.
division right now. The Bears are probably going to sneak in somehow, some way. Green Bay has to do some sort of turnaround, which a lot of us don't
Yeah.
see because they don't have Rodgers, they don't have Devontae Adams, they don't have Lazard. I mean, it's a brand new squad like Carolina, with except for the running backs. So AJ Dillon and I forget the other guy's name. The running backs are still there, but the plays and the record's not showing it. So right now we got to give it to the Lions and probably the Bears right behind them. I'm not even expecting the Bears to look good or be good, but they keep sneaking their asses in there.
So here's one of the craziest, I think, is the NFC South.
Mhm.
Falcons, Saints, Buccaneers, Panthers. So here's the weird thing. Okay, so if you go to the Eagles, 7 wins, right? For their division, which is NFC East. You go to the NFC West, they've got 5 wins. Not too bad. The Lions, they've got 6. The NFC North. You go to the Falcons, to make first place, you need 4 wins.
Mhm.
4.
And that's good for the Falcons right now.
Which is 500 football,
Right.
right?
Well, that was the NFC East a few years
Right.
back.
The Saints have
So-
spent an insane amount of money, and yet the Buccaneers barely have anybody. I'm so sorry. Like
No, they still got people. It's a quarterback issue.
you don't like Baker Mayfield?
I don't have a problem with Baker Mayfield, but he's not Tom Brady. That's what's killing the Bucs.
Oh,
The
okay.
Bucs fanfare was all about Tom Brady. Mind you, the rest of the team is still there. The rest of the team's been
That's a
there.
good point.
Everything was Tom Brady. You still got Godwin. You still got who's the other wide receiver? Oh my God. They still got a lot of their core offensive players.
Yeah.
The whole highlight was around the quarterback. That was it. So Baker
Are you
Mayfield-
talking Mike Evans? Is that what
Mike,
you were?
thank you. Mike Evans,
Okay.
Chris Godwin. I think Fournette was down there. They had a serious team. But now, and I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna come down to the coach. Because they're playing right now the same way they were playing before Brady was there. So
Yeah.
Brady came in there and did his thing. So now it's gonna be the team is who they are. Brady
Crazy.
made a hell of a difference down there. He damn sure was a lot of the energy for the spotlight for that
Yeah.
whole franchise and that city. But honestly, and I'll go ahead and say some of them players are old now. Those players
Yes.
are old. Fournette's been in for a minute. Godwin's been in for a minute. Mike Evans been in for a minute. Compared to a lot of the league members, they're the elders, if you will. No disrespect.
Have you guys looked at the schedules at all?
All of them? No.
Not
If
this
if,
beginning,
if
no,
you
not-
look at what the Lions have left, they
Who do they
should
have?
win every game.
Who they got left? Go through it.
I'll try to find it here for you. Just give me a minute.
What you had it pulled up talking the way you talking.
there we go.
Because I can't lie. I will tell you this. Before the season started, when the schedule came out and I saw the Jet schedule, I lost it.
Yeah, you
Are you
yeah,
ready?
I still
Are
remember.
you ready? Okay. So on the 12th, which is not far away, which would be what, week 10, we're talking the Lions and the Chargers. I think they can beat the Chargers.
Who?
On the 19th, but we're talking about the Lions.
Whoa. The Lions can beat the Chargers?
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to have to highlight that game for us. Let's highlight
Yeah.
that game, please. One of
Yeah,
us.
I'm pretty sure they can beat them.
Whoever can catch it, get all the stats on that bad book. That's going to be that's a monster game to me.
Oh, good. I'm
This
glad.
season, it's a monster game.
And November 19th is against the Bears. That's a pretty given. The November 23rd is the Packers. I think that's a given. I
That's
think
my
this
birthday.
the Saints I think have a chance. They're half decent team.
Hmm.
That's December 3rd. Then they play the Bears again on December 10th. That's a win. On December 17th they play the Broncos.
Win.
That the only team I think that really had a chance of beating them, unless they go on fire, the Vikings, which is the 24th. And then they play the Cowboys December 30th.
I think the
That
Saints and the Cowboys are going to be the two toughest games out of what you just read.
right. And then they play the Vikings again. So I see them winning a majority of those games.
Yes. The Saints probably give them an issue, and the Cowboys definitely give them an issue. Um, Jared Goff actually had a pick. I think it was Monday night's game,
Uh-huh.
and it was irritating him. The team is still feeling good about themselves.
Yeah. Okay,
Green Bay
so
may be an issue. The Bears may be an issue because of their defense.
yeah.
The Cowboys definitely going to be an issue because of their defense.
I want to talk about the Cowboys. I think they
Yeah.
also,
Good
because
thing we see you.
their
Uh-huh.
schedule's really easy and just hop in. I'm trying not to
Sure.
steal it. I'm just trying to direct this a bit.
Mhm.
Okay. So we've got the Giants next week
Should
against
be a
the
win.
Cowboys.
Should
I
be a
think
win.
that's a win. The Cowboys play the Panthers. I'm
Win.
pretty sure that's going to be a win. Commanders, I'm not sure. Commanders,
That's always
Should be.
that's a divisional game. That could
they
go
could
either
lose.
way.
The Seahawks could take Cowboys. That's the 30th of November.
Yeah,
Then
That's a
here
poss-
is what I think is the greatest game. December 10th, the Eagles against the Cowboys.
Again.
Right? And then you've got the Cowboys and the Bills. And I think the Bills
that's
That's
a
going
those
to
to
be
be
that's Super Bowl caliber. That's Super Bowl
right.
caliber.
And then we've got December 24th. You ready? The Dolphins. And then they play, guess what? They play the Lions.
Mm.
And then they finish it off with the Commanders. They do not have an easy schedule.
That should be
that
below 500 record.
Yeah. So
And I'll say should be because they've got serious competition and contention that they'll be facing. It won't be easy. That's not an easy case. It's not a walk in the park.
no.
no,
Not
no.
at all.
So let's quickly look here. All right. So next we're gonna do the Steelers. If it's okay with you guys.
No, go ahead.
It's
This
different.
is good. This
It's
is
just
good.
different than what we
Yeah,
we do.
the different. Yeah, it's an aspect that we don't
And
really
we
look
should
into.
look at the
and we
division
talk about
stuff
it.
and
Yeah,
we
Yeah.
get, laughs and we get to see, different aspects. And I think with Tony's shows, he's more into the fantasy element, like he is in his
well, yeah, the
right,
fantasy, that
like
took
he
me a
is in
little-
his real life. It's mostly fantasy, some reality. No,
But I try to make it a reality.
okay, well, I know you do. I'll give you an A for that, my friend. You sure try to make it reality. That I will not.
Michael, I'll be right back.
Yeah,
I gotta get a
okay.
refill.
We're gonna work on reality together. All right, so here we go. Got that. That was good. That was a good soundbite right there. That right there. That we should soundbite that sucker. That was because that was true.
It is true.
That the funniest stuff is true stuff. God, nobody tries harder than you. Nobody tries harder. Digs in the trenches harder. Plants his feet and fights.
Yeah.
Yeah. I should call you Cupid. I'll leave it alone. Okay, so what do we have here? Oh God, I'll have Helen mad at me again. I don't need that. All right, here
No,
we
you
go.
don't.
Yeah. All right.
These motherfuckers.
All right, here we go. So we got Sunday, November 12th. We got the Packers and the Steelers. What do you think there?
I can't call that game.
Mm-hmm.
Steelers unpredictable to me right now.
Here is a great game. The Steelers and the Browns. To me, they are similar.
They are similar.
And that's November 19th.
I probably have to say the Browns right now.
Yeah.
I would have to say the Browns.
All right. We also have it now. Would Brian be up?
No,
No, way too early for him.
he's an hour
It,
behind, so it's early.
okay. So what we were
Mike,
discussing.
Mike, Mike, we're not all retired. We're not going to get up this early unless we got to. Go ahead.
No, I had to get my wife up early today. That's what it was.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. He's pacing.
Look at this face. This son of a bitch.
Okay. Fireman Rich is back and he's clear. Okay, so we were talking about the schedule of the Steelers. And the Steelers, November 12th, are playing the Packers. Who do you think? Just quickly. You don't have to really think about it. Do you think the Steelers have...
The way the Packers are right now, I would say I would go with Pittsburgh.
And
Thursday
the
night.
next game is a game I'd love to watch. November 19th at 1 p.m., the Steelers against the Browns.
Ooh. Where is it? Is that in Cleveland or is that in Pittsburgh?
I don't have the
Who's it versus who? It's usually second. Whoever it is
on the top is
versus,
the Steelers Browns.
Should be the bottom. Should be in Cleveland. That's in Cleveland.
It's going to be in Cleveland then. So that's going to be. Oh, that's going to be a tough one right there. So, I wouldn't be surprised if Browns win it because it's at home.
So the Steelers then play November 26th the Bengals.
Oh, that's going to be Cincinnati probably. It's the way Cincinnati's going right now.
What do you think? What do you think, Tony?
Should be Cincinnati.
Okay. December 3rd, we've got the Cardinals and the Steelers.
That's probably going to be an overtime game, Cardinals.
Yeah, see, I think that'll be close too. I have a weird feeling. That doesn't make.
I think that Pittsburgh might be able to squeak that out.
Cleveland Steelers should be close too.
Okay, and I think the Patriots are better than their record. By the way, that's December 7th. Patriots and Steelers.
What's crazy about that is a lot of people don't have any faith in Mac Jones.
Yeah.
So
his numbers are not bad.
You showed me, and I have to get that one to the Steelers though. I would have to get.
Yeah, but if you look at him statistically,
yes,
there's guys that are way worse.
Cool.
Yeah.
Defend him, because he needs it.
Steelers and Colts. I love the Colts. I don't know if you guys know that. I love I love watching them. They're fun to watch. They have a lot of problems. I think the Colts could take that.
They could.
I think that'll be close too.
Colts. I give the edge to the Colts, but the Steelers could be right there and stuff like it. So
now we're at Christmas Eve. Bengals and Steelers again.
On Christmas Eve?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they play. There's games on Christmas Day. I think.
And then we have New Year's Eve. They play the Seahawks. Good luck.
Yeah, where's that game? Is that up in Seattle? If that's in Seattle, the Seahawks definitely.
That's going to be a slap.
Don't count.
That's going to be a slap.
And then you've got the last game, January 7th, is the Ravens. So they have a tough schedule.
Ooh, that last game, Ravens.
Yeah. Do you guys entertain the Jets and see what they might do?
Go.
You sure? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I would love to see the Jets do well. Yeah. And is Aaron going to come back?
He's supposed to be back for the Miami game.
To actually play, Tony?
That's what I think.
Or just be on the sideline.
Ted said that's the game he's coming back, the Miami game, and I'm like, Jesus.
And he might suit up, but I don't think he'll play. I think they got to be careful with that injury. That could be. If he injures it again, that's career. And well, he's at the end of his career anyway. But he's still good. But his legs.
So they are on Monday playing the Chargers. Who's going to win that?
Not good. I picked the Chargers.
I love the Chargers.
Yeah,
I love the Chargers. But the Jets seem to have a weird way of winning.
Because of the defense. And Zach Wilson
Yeah, yeah. The takeaways. So they've won. You look at all their wins. There's always a
lot
takeaway.
of people
Zach
say
Wilson
that
looked real
Zach's.
good last week. He looked real good last week. He looked real comfortable. They seemed real
Thank you.
enthusiastic. They have their moments. I said at the beginning, before the season started, Aaron Rodgers only has to win 3 games for them. And all they got to do is play the way they normally play, and he'll come in and win 3 more. And that's it.
Yeah.
So they still got their form. The hype was around Aaron Rodgers.
I would love to see the Raiders do well near the end with
Everybody
a new
would.
coach.
And it's ridiculous. Them and the Browns and the Cowboys aren't doing any better than what they've been doing.
So
Yeah.
the Jets play the Raiders on Sunday, November 12th.
They should win the game.
I think that's going to be
I think the
that'll be a
Raiders-
bloodbath.
I think the Raiders will lose to
Yes.
the Jets. I think the Jets could take that. That's a game the Jets can take.
If the Jets, so November 19th, they're playing the Bills.
Bills got that. That's a revenge game. They lost to the Jets, and it's going to be a replay. And the Bills will
Oh,
definitely.
that's a
That's a
good point.
must-win.
That's a
for the
really
Bills.
good point. Yeah.
Yeah, because they
Yeah.
lost.
Well done.
And it just
See, his brain's activated now. He's had the
because I had
he's
a
had a
muffin.
muffin.
The missus made
Start
me-
your day off with a muffin. Tony always
And
does.
coffee.
Start it off with a muffin, and then you're good. Yeah. Swig of coffee.
That'll be a good game to watch too, because it is a rematch as far as because that Bills loss to the Jets, that still
It's
sits
fresh.
with me. Like
It's fresh.
Yeah.
So then
Yeah,
the
it is.
Dolphins play the Jets. I think that could go anyway. That one.
I'd like to see the Jets win that game, but I think the Dolphins will get the Dolphins. I think they're gonna. It's a divisional game, and they want to solidify
We should
their.
do the Dolphins
and
next. And see,
Go for it.
because after this, I
Oh
I have a heartstring for the Jets because of what they've been through.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think New York teams are cursed.
No, the Giants, they're the only one that really has a curse as far as that goes. They've had a couple of years.
The Bills
where
got
they're
cursed.
compared to-
Bills-
well, the Bills, yeah, with the Super Bowl with Jim Kelly.
The Falcons and the Jets, December 3rd. Can you believe Christmas is so close, guys? This is
Yes.
crazy, right? Okay.
Yeah.
December 3rd.
3rd,
I might have to go to that game.
December 3rd.
I might have
Say-
to go.
What's tickets cost for that at the stadium, Tony? You went there last year.
I got hooked up when I went. last
Oh,
year.
okay, okay.
Somebody had tickets and they couldn't use them. I said, I'll take it. And
Oh,
that
that's
was-
nice.
fun. That was
Yeah, that's cool. That's
So
always
then they
good.
play Brian's team, the Texans, on December 10th at
that's
1.
going to be pretty intense, in my opinion, because both of those teams,
and that's at the
both of those
Meadowlands.
teams
That's
are
at the Meadowlands.
not rated very well in a lot of people's eyes, and both of them are looking good this season. So I think that's going to be a pretty decent game.
And
Yeah.
then the Jets play the Dolphins again on December 17th.
I'm scared of that game.
That's
Scared of that game.
yeah. That's they play it, and then 3 weeks later they play them again.
Yeah.
So
And
that's-
and don't underestimate the Commanders. They're a good team.
We can't.
Yeah.
I think that'll be a low scoring game. The Commanders and the Jets.
Yeah.
I don't think.
And then
I think the over under on that one should be 25.
and that is Christmas Eve.
Yeah, that should be a over under 25.
And then we've got the Jets with the Browns, which I think will be another great game. I love watching the
Gonna be
Browns.
an
They're great.
ugly ass game.
Yeah. December 28th. And then they have one more game with the Patriots on January 7th to be announced.
right.
So
That's gonna be an ugly ass game. Jets Browns is gonna be ugly.
Yeah.
Ugly.
is there anything you guys want to discuss before we go? Do you want to go through the Dolphins schedule? Because I think they have a chance.
No.
Do you guys have time?
Yes.
Oh yeah. I'm,
You got
I'm
your
good.
muffin
I'm good.
now.
What's
Things
up,
are
Sadie?
good.
Yeah, I got another muffin here. So it's like, good morning, Sadie. Good morning, Tim Fan 40. I see you in the chat there.
Muffins are your breakfast too?
Yeah,
Good morning,
well,
Mrs.
Tony says good morning. She's having muffins. She made some muffins yesterday. So
That's good. You're lucky. You're being pampered.
Yes.
well, let's just say I appreciate it to the max and stuff like that. So
We should go to the next subject. Okay, here we go. Okay.
yeah, go to the next subject.
Move
yeah.
forward, Michael. Move forward.
Move forward, Michael, yeah.
And you still don't do it. Just move the hell forward.
What? I'm just taking my time.
Oh.
You guys paint me ugly all the time.
Watch
Yeah.
yourself on the
You
replay,
No,
please.
no.
Watch yourself.
you guys think I'm up to no good. You could be
You are.
right. You could be right.
See?
You
And then
guys want to? What do you want to look at first, the Chiefs or the Dolphins?
you
For
said
the-
Dolphins.
No, let's
go
look
with the Dolphins. Look at
Dolphins.
you.
Let's go with the Dolphins. Stick to the script. Stick to the script.
I'm Ace Ventura, man. Do you remember the Dolphins with him? And he was helping. Okay, we won't go there.
That was Rob Schneider.
That was a good time back then. All right, let's do this together. What do you think their chances are of taking it all? Be real, all of you. The whole thing.
The Dolphins?
Yeah. Do you think they have a chance to win it all?
Yes.
What, to the
To
Super
win the
Bowl?
whole, the whole
No.
kit and caboodle.
I think they have the potential of possibly going to the AFC. They got to get by the Buffalo Bills. I don't want them. I want the Bills,
Yeah.
but they have the potential, and they have some. But the thing that really is going to decide about the Dolphins is this game today. Again, it's a second really
Tomorrow.
big. Well, we'll just go through the schedule because I'm looking at the rest of the schedule.
Okay, and that'll dictate
it's-
what you think. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's not till the
let's
last
do
game.
it then.
In
Okay.
between, yeah.
So tomorrow, which we have already discussed, at 9 a.m., 9:30 a.m. from Germany, they play Kansas City. I think they're gonna have a rough time there.
Yeah, I'll be able to watch that game too. So
Yeah, I'm not saying they can't beat them, but that's not an easy. So I think I chose the Dolphins if I remember correctly. Yeah,
Okay.
the Raiders
okay.
and the Dolphins, November 19th at 1.
Should be Dolphins all day.
Yeah.
Dolphins.
The next
on that,
game
yeah.
is November 24th. The Jets.
I'd like to see the Jets win, but I think that's another one
Okay.
for the Dolphins because the Jets, along with the Raiders, they're middle of the line field. They're middle of the line teams, in my opinion, as far as that goes.
Okay. So how about the December 3rd? We've got the Commanders. What do you think?
Dolphins should be the Commanders.
I would think so too.
I think that's a game, Tony, that could go either way because that's in Washington, and again, I that home field advantage has a big play for me
Absolutely.
this season.
Absolutely.
So I think that could go either way. I don't think that's going to be a pushover like the previous two and stuff
Do
like
you
that.
guys see how injuries though will be such a huge factor? Like
Easily.
Yeah, well, no, they are.
Like, if they lose Tua,
injuries,
they're done.
Who's
they're
the
done.
backup?
I have no idea. Not a clue. So, but I disagree with both of you. I think they have a very good chance of winning it all.
no,
And and here's my prediction: other teams will have to have injuries, like major injuries.
The injuries they're going to be coming into play here at the halfway point going
Yeah,
to the.
but their
the playoffs.
schedule is
Yes,
pretty
definitely.
weak. Like it's easy. Like so on December 11th, they got the Titans who are in last place. So I'm assuming that's a win. They play the Jets again on December 17th. I'm like you. I think the Jets can beat them. They won't beat.
They have a possibility of beating. Yeah, I'm not necessarily the second setup
Yeah.
because it's down there in Miami, but I think in the Meadowlands they have a possibility because it's. I think the Jets play pretty. That when they got the crowd behind them, that gives them an extra.
What do you think, Tony? Are
push
we
there,
crazy?
The Dolphins should run the table.
Oh, you think?
They should run the
What on paper you look at the they got the weapons and stuff, so yeah it could, but I'm just going to throw out you got to have faith in the Jets.
You do, but the Dolphins should run the table. The Jets beat the Dolphins. Oh, it's time to talk about some things.
You don't
And
think that's
You
possible?
can put if they stop Tyreek Hill,
No.
they got him.
Yeah. Well, okay, so let's assume that by December 17th, Aaron's back.
I'm not assuming him back
I
for
really
a
don't see him
full
playing
game.
that much.
I'm not
so.
assuming him back starting for a full game till next season.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay,
same here.
because that's not
same
his
here.
goal.
It's not,
It might not
That's
be
not
his goal, but the reality is that's a very serious injury
Oh,
he
he's
had,
crazy.
and it just I
He's
don't
crazy to
for
go
him to
back.
come back. It'd
Yeah,
be a
I
miracle.
totally agree.
Yeah,
He's crazy, but I don't
Yeah.
think he cares. Like when you have that
Yeah.
kind of money,
No.
he's got
well, plus the time, this
he's
time
got
factor as far as
he feels like the hourglass of his potential is he may not have another chance.
he's right
Why is that,
Yeah.
Tony?
because he's up in age, and you can't be taking hits like that. Even though Brady played to what 42.
Yeah, Brady's
Yeah.
weird though. Brady's a monster. He really was.
Peyton tried to be a monster.
Brady's
So he damn
the
near proved something.
He is
Romo
the
tried to
goat.
be a monster. Brett Favre tried to be a monster. So yeah, he want to get in there, but whatever he doesn't do this season, he can do next season just to get healthy.
Here's one of the greatest games on Christmas Eve: the Cowboys and the Dolphins.
That's a
That'll be
classic.
phenomenal.
It's a classic.
And I don't know. I know that's a revenge game because, didn't the Dolphins absolutely own the Cowboys? They did.
Which I don't think the Cowboys are going to allow to happen again.
Yeah, but it was a blowout, right? It was a huge blowout. Like they got
will
40
be-
points, 40
That
something.
damn defense is going to go crazy. That Cowboy defense is going to go nuts.
Oh man, they have a
Yeah,
tough
that could
schedule,
be-
guys. Look at this. Okay, so the next 31st is the Ravens. They could lose that.
Yeah, the Ravens
The
could win
Dolphins?
that. The Ravens.
Yeah.
The Dolphins
Yeah,
will lose that
Dolphins,
because of
Ravens.
Ravens defense. Yes.
Okay, and then we also have the Bills.
A divisional with the Bills.
And the
They're
Dolphins,
down in
yeah.
Miami. That's going to be a really good game.
Yeah, so they don't have an easy schedule. It starts easy. It starts easy. I would say the first 4 weeks are pretty set, but at the end we've got some dynamite football at the end.
Mhm.
It's going to be hard to know what games to pick. Like Christmas Eve will be great. What family? I have no family. I have football. Some family. Would Sadie ever come up?
No, she probably won't.
Sadie, in the future, we would love for you to come up.
You know she barely comes on camera.
No, just let's put it out there. It's a wish list for Christmas.
She's in the chat. She'll listen. She's not big on football, and I've talked.
No,
to her
we will do a subject you like.
Of course,
Tony and I will come up, and this will be the giving,
of course,
the nurturing, the support of Tony
always.
that we see occasionally.
Do something with this dude, man.
There we go. Occasionally we see
Do
that.
something with this dude.
So, Michael, can we get your picks then?
Sure. Let's go through them. I can probably do it by memory. Okay.
Well, I'll just run the list here, and then
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
I'm pretty sure I can do it because I did it
Who did
yesterday.
you pick? You said Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll give you that one.
Yeah.
No, it's just I think I remember you saying something about Pittsburgh in the past.
I said Pittsburgh from the beginning.
Yeah, I know. I'm not just. Let's see, Miami, Kansas City. I think you said Miami.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
So you were watching.
Yeah, Minnesota and no, you said that you just said that earlier here on this.
Oh, did I? Okay.
Yeah, Minnesota and Atlanta.
I think I went out with Atlanta.
Atlanta. Okay, everybody's on Atlanta except me. I'm sticking with Minnesota, but Bert said-
Yeah. Well,
Cousins
Kirk
is
Cousins is gone.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins is out.
I know. I just going with the Minnesota factor there. That as far as that goes. Arizona and Cleveland.
I think I took Cleveland.
Cleveland. Okay, we got you down for Cleveland.
Yeah.
L.A. Rams and Green Bay.
Oh, L.A. Rams.
L.A. Rams. Okay.
Yeah.
I think CBS is picking Green Bay for some reason.
Yeah. Well,
Washington and New England.
Washington.
Okay.
Yeah.
Seattle and Baltimore.
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 Barely.
Yeah,
Barely. Like that one I could go
I
either
picked
way.
Baltimore too, but that's only
Uh,
reason because they're at
I
home.
think I think the Seahawks could beat them. I think it's
Yeah,
very
they have the
possible.
potential. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a
let's see.
great game. That's one of the better games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tampa Bay and Houston.
Only because I love Tampa Bay. Um,
Yeah, I
and
think
I
Tampa Bay can beat Houston. Houston's not impressing me as much in the last
yeah.
couple of games there and stuff. Indianapolis and Carolina. Oh, you like the Colts, so Indianapolis, right?
Say the two again. Sorry.
Indianapolis and Carolina.
Oh
And
God,
he's
yeah,
thinking
yeah.
about.
Oh yeah, the Colts. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, I thought you were going to go Carolina because I think last week you were the only one to pick Carolina. They ended up winning.
Yeah.
Giants and Las Vegas.
Giants for the first time.
Wow. Okay.
First time I've ever voted for them. And that is the consensus with a lot of people. I was shocked how many
Yeah.
people believe only because their new quarterback is not bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like the glasses, Tony. They better with glasses, Sadie, or better without glasses?
It's not bad. The glasses.
Jesus
Yes.
Christ.
There you go.
Let's see, Dallas and Philly.
Oh, that one's hard. I probably went Philly.
Okay, we got
That's
you now for Philly.
that's the logical one.
Yeah, Tony went Dallas. I went Philly. Buffalo and Cincinnati.
I went Buffalo for the first
Buffalo.
time in a long time.
Yeah,
even though I love-
that's true. Yeah,
But I think that's going to be a really good game.
yeah.
Because
I picked Buffalo. Tony picked Cincinnati, which there's a possibility. Cincinnati, they're making that comeback like they did last year. The last game, Chargers and Jets. Oh, the Chargers, right? The Monday night game.
yeah, I can't remember what I said. I'll tell you what I'm feeling now. I'm
Yeah,
gonna go with the Jets.
Oh, okay.
Even though I
Yeah,
love the Chargers.
Yeah, you keep on talking about the Chargers, so I'll get you down and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
I
Michael,
love the Chargers, but they
Michael, just so you know, to get on the list here, you don't. You can send me a direct message and stuff like that. That's what Tony does, and
yeah, I'll do that.
yeah, you can.
Yeah, and that's
and then
yeah.
I'll have them and stuff like that because sometimes I look at your show, but I've been a little busy this week with
You have a life.
contractors and
Yeah.
appointments that I've had to take and stuff like that, and it's been the first full week and stuff like that. So I appreciate you giving the picks because I don't have you on the overall. I'm gonna have to go back, but I like having you on the weekly because
It's fun.
It
fun.
is fun just to see how you line up and overall we've been doing pretty good as a group. Everybody's over 500 on their picks and stuff like that.
If you
I'm
think
just
about it,
surprised.
though, that's pretty sad.
Why is
No,
that?
I know in general, but imagine anything in life where if you only hit 500, except for
No,
baseball.
this is over 500. We're over the 500. and
Right?
stuff
No,
like
I
that.
know, but
But
you
I'm just
think
thinking,
you think someone with Tony's good-looking glasses and fortitude and the way he tries, he would at least get 700% all the time.
That was
well,
last year.
I guess I just look at those numbers, and if we were doing any bets, I think we'd be making some money this year. As far as that's a point.
You imagine if your hit ratio with dating women was 500.
Oh, I don't think it was.
Oh
no,
my
it was-
God,
I-
you
it was not that much.
you wouldn't be able to make it to work.
Oh, it was at the bottom of the barrel
That
back
would be
in the
it.
day.
That would
I
be
was
done.
surprised that Mrs. took my phone call when I called her up for a first date. It's just like,
Do you remember that?
oh yeah.
Yeah?
It
Do you
was a
remember?
turning point. It was
Yeah.
the night before, I was on we were on a fire call. It was at Griffiths Air Force Base, and I was the first time we were just getting done with the 107. Do you remember the 107, Tony? Delta Dart or 106?
The Delta Dart was before me, but I know about it.
Yeah, but they had alert birds up there at Griffiths, and we were doing an night egress. The first time Mr. Kozlowskis put me on as a crew chief, and so any type of fire alarm, the rescue crew goes in, they assess the situation, they go to the panel, and it was one of these big B-52 hangars, and we thought, and there was a small hangar inside the B-52 hangar, and when we got there, we saw smoke rolling out, and we thought we had a very good potential for a flashover if we didn't get some hand lines there. We didn't want to start opening up doors and stuff because you can cause a big boom, and it's not fun from firsthand experience. But We're waiting there. I'm on the radio with Mr. Klazowski's chief too, saying, Pete, we got to get some hand lines in here. Bringing in this one civilian firefighter for the DOD firefighter comes in. He opens up a door, and then we're just jumping off to the side and stuff like that. I find myself on the ground with the air pack, and I'm all bunkered out, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, I literally was scared. And I'm thinking, life is too short. The first thought I'm thinking is maybe I should give that girl, the missus, a call down there, down in Southern Tier.
That's what's.
And then the next morning, I called her best friend, who was married to my best friend, and I said, "Do you have the missus's phone number?" And she was all excited because she tried fixing us up a year prior.
And you had no go.
And oddly enough, I told this story yesterday on my broadcast, and but the thing is, and the missus was sitting right here, and I said, and I asked her, I said, Val probably gave you a call right after. She said, "Oh yeah, it was like 5 minutes after you got off the phone. She gave me a call because I didn't call her in the afternoon." So.
And how long have you guys been together now?
Oh, 38 years now.
That's insane. That's 3 good marriages.
And she could have thrown me out of the house. She could have thrown me out of the
marriages.
House. So
yeah, that's phenomenal.
I'm truly blessed and stuff like that. We've had some rough spots, but that's part of the territory as far as the marriage and stuff like that. And I've been very fortunate. And because, like I said, she could have thrown me out 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, I think if you've been with anybody over 20 years, there's always periods in there where it's tough. Okay, so listen, I got to walk the dog soon here. Why don't we together just promote the wonderful Tony? He's going to do a show on, what is it, Sunday, sir, at 10:30? Okay.
Fantasy Bell King
yes.
football broadcast.
Wait. Rich, we got to work on you. You've been mixing up so much. I got to get over you.
Bell King's it's Bell King's first. Bell King's fantasy football. Sorry.
Yes. The king of fantasy. Right? Tony D. The king of fantasy
football is Sunday mornings, 10:30 a.m. Eastern.
Yeah, we had a great show last week, though.
We did. Despite ourselves, we did really well.
Yeah. I appreciate all of you. I even tolerated some of Michael's ways, but we had a kick-ass show. We did. That was a kick-ass show. Watch the replay. It was good. That
was one of our best ones.
I watched it. It's a really good show.
I think Brian was like, Mike needs to calm down, but life goes on. We have mornings, right? Did you like what we did today, where we switched it up a bit?
This is your way. I told you, go with it.
Yeah, stick with it. It's a good. It's a good lead. Doing this, and then we do Tony's.
And then it's different. I don't want to do the same stuff that you guys are doing.
No,
we're never supposed.
No, it's Tony.
That's how we do our thing. We never want to try to beat each other. We want to do it our own way. Absolutely.
Yeah, Michael. When Tony invites me up and stuff like that, when I first started, this is last year, I kept on thinking football.
Yeah.
Tony had to remind me, hey, Rich, it's fantasy football. We're talking about fantasy football.
Yes.
We're talking about football, but it's all because the fantasy Bell Kings is the fantasy football league, and it's for the people that play in his league and stuff like that.
And the people was Rich didn't really
it's a different aspect too.
Yeah, he didn't really understand fantasy football, and he was looking at the game.
I think there's a lot of people that don't understand
it. Showed him how the two correlate.
Yeah,
and he enjoyed it. The fact that he got something out of it, what I'm appreciative of.
I'm getting more. It was just like because I don't focus on the players as much as I do the overall teams and stuff on the stats.
I want to run something by you guys while I have the thought in my head. So my son-in-law, named Luke, lives in England.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't fully understand football.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't understand fantasy football. He said, you guys would do well, because he ended up watching us, and he said, if you guys were to cater to us and explain the game a little better, your viewership would go through the roof, because we're all hungering knowing what is going on. We only know our football.
Tell him check us out tomorrow. Come in the chat. I'll talk to him specifically.
No, but I think that's a really good show. Is maybe
that's what needs to be done. We do it our way, but we also want to see what the people want to know. And we
Yeah.
can work on that with no problem. I've actually tried to break it down along those lines. If he saw Sundays and he enjoyed it,
Yeah.
if he checked back to the earlier this season, because Rich had asked a couple of things or he had
Yeah.
said something, and I actually broke down the difference between what they're seeing on the game and what fantasy football players look for.
Yeah.
So if he comes up tomorrow, and
Yeah.
all jokes aside, if he comes up tomorrow,
Yeah.
we can focus his
I highly doubt he's going to come up tomorrow.
The
'Cause he's
interesting
in
thing
Canada
about-
right now, and he's
Yeah.
he's on tour literally. With,
No, that's
with-
fine. That's
my my granddaughter was here. She's new.
Oh, nice.
She's like 16 months. So
Wow, that's cool.
the
and you up here with us, you're supposed to be holding her, looking at her in her face like, oh my God, I'm a grandfather.
but I thought that was a really good point. There's no
It
one
is.
explaining, because he tried to explain some of the concepts, and I tried to explain it to him, and I said, but you and I, our shows are nuts. Like we talked about aliens today.
I missed that one. I like.
Yeah, well,
You brought it up.
and then we talked about the fierceness of Tony when he is fighting for love, and how he doesn't give up, and he
I know.
digs in.
I know. I do.
He does. He's fierce. And we didn't bring up the pulsating rose today. Like, there's something wrong. All right. So tomorrow, tell them again where you're going to be, and if you can, Fireman Rich, please tell them about your wonderful show. Most mornings.
I will throw this out there. I normally broadcast Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and LinkedIn. I actually dropped my Restream subscription down, so it's probably just going to be YouTube and Twitch tomorrow. Definitely, y'all check my YouTube, my Twitch, on my link tree, Tony D. That Original. You'll see my YouTube channel. You'll see my Twitch channel. Follow those two, and we'll go from there. Appreciate you, Mike.
Can we also mention Ted Hicks?
Oh, yeah.
And-
Ted Hicks,
and what-
LateNightParents.com. Y'all check it out. My man Ted Hicks, LateNightParents.com. Check him out. We did a show
Yeah.
Thursday night. It was cool.
And we might see him Sunday. He usually
If you-
pops
yeah,
in.
If you're able to make it in the morning. There you go. That's his
There you go.
Twitter
There you
slash
go.
handle, as Rich said, Twitter/X, formerly known as Twitter.
I think his label now on something is different. He changed one of them. I can't remember what it is, but I'll try to figure it out. But is that his Twitter one? That one, or
that's his Twitter. It's X/Twitter.
And my Twitter's TonyTon163, TonyTone163. All of my broadcasts will be over there as well. If you don't see
Yes.
it up there, you'll see a link to it.
if you watch the replay, if you can, I would really love for you to put the hashtag replay or put hashtag restream, because restream does look at that stuff. And Tony, on his last broadcast, got an award when we did it, where we got over 100
Comments.
comments, I think, or 100 something.
There's 100 comments, yeah.
We'd be happier if it was $100. All right. Thank you. Take care, everybody. God bless.